Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see the GOAT, Tom Brady, and the Super Bowl champion New England Patriots as they take on last year's #1 overall pick, Baker Mayfield, and the upstart Cleveland Browns. So with that, let's get up to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. For the call, we welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, you know, the folks in the dog pound, they live for games like this. Snowy conditions here at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the New England Patriots. I'm Brandon Godden. He's Charles Davis. Full disclosure, we both have mittens. We both have coats on up here in the booth. This one, it's going to be interesting.
I've got the long johns, the socks, the boots, you name it. You know me in cold weather, we don't get along all that well. But these games are always interesting because you never know how it's going to play out. One slip, someone's going for 80 yards, and you could lose a game.
We are set to go from snowy Cleveland, and off we go from Cleveland. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Patriots come out led by the 4-time Super Bowl MVP and owner of a record 6 Super Bowl rings. Arguably the greatest to ever play the game, Tom Brady. And we keep asking the same questions every year. How much longer can he keep doing this? Is this the year the dynasty crumbles? And every year, Brady comes out and leads his team to the Super Bowl. They've been there now 3 years in a row, and only one team has made it 4. That's the Buffalo Bills. But remember, they lost all 4 in the early 90s.
Wait, 380! Number 53, Mike 53! Watch the out, watch the out! 72!
They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. And now we take a peek at the Patriot offense.
And the big story, of course, no Rob Gronkowski at tight end. Who's going to step up for the big-time playmaker? Who's going to give Tom Brady the security blanket that he used to have from big number 87?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. From the gun, it's Brady. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Brady to his old reliable Edelman, and the Patriots have a first down. And finding Edelman underneath, that's a recipe for success.
Typical route for a good slot receiver, and Edelman's one of the best in the game. Knows how to go inside what one of my college coaches used to call the Briar Patch. Got to go in there where it's tough and make those tough catches. And not only can he do it, he can often run away from people after the catch.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. Over the middle, Julian Edelman, it's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
20. Check 53. Mark. Watch the slip. Watch the slip.
To throw again on second down. Brady on the crossing route. He hits Demaryius Thomas. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Hey, 66.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Brady. And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Benjamin Watson. 38 yards. And the Pats able to cash in for 6. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it's now a 7-0 game. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Browns now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick in the 2018 draft, the Oklahoma Sooner, Baker Mayfield.
And his task in this situation is making sure this team knows that there's a sense of urgency, yet somehow still stays calm. Because your natural impulse, your first possession is not until the second quarter, is you got to attack right away. Throw something big at them right away. Yeah, you got to move the ball, but maybe be a little bit careful in doing so.
180! Push him back. Push him back.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield to the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Target.
Here's Mayfield. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Set.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Back deep for New England, Julian Edelman. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Patriots take over. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. 65.
Brady now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Thomas the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Brady again here on 2nd and 10. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
That's the way.
Operating from the gun. Brady over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for the tight end Lance Kendricks there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Let's go. Check. Tight right. Tight right. Tight right. Hit. There, check that.
Brady now on 1st down. To the right side, and he's got Edelman. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Here we go.
The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Watson. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And the 13-year man puts it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0 as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports halftime report. The snow certainly making conditions difficult, and it's not likely to get better anytime soon, as we turn it right back over to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Complete to Jarvis Landry. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
180. 51. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
From the 30 on second down, Mayfield. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Mayfield with it once more. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is caught. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. 51 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Rashard Higgins was the one he was looking for, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal. A toss play to Chubb, and he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Keep playing hard, fellas. All day. Let's get it.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They come out here in the eye. And the question now, can the Patriot defense hold firm again on 3rd and goal? They'll give it to Chubb. And this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. So now Benjamin Watson and the rest of the offense heading out there. And as we look at his highlights, you know, sometimes I've asked you schematically, how do you stop one player? Well, how do you stop a tight end like this without opening up other holes, partner?
You show your basic defenses, whether you're playing the 3-deep zone, the 2-deep zone, but you have your variations underneath it. So sometimes instead of the safety staying deep, the safety will drop down. A sky coverage, they call that. Sometimes the corner's responsible. You get a little, what they call a cloud, someone coming underneath. Sometimes the linebacker shows the ability to rush the passer and instead drops down and tries to get underneath the tight end as he tries to run routes. So many different things you can do from basic sets.
Trying to prevent those highlights we saw. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Again, it's Michel. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. On the ground, this is Michel. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Brady gives to Michel. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Olivier Vernon brings him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Slant route caught by Edelman. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
58. Wide 20. Mike, 58 right there. Don't get nervous.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. But the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah.